these bitch ass motherfucking ass motherfuckers. I'm a really.
Nobody was ready for what just hit the internet. Not the fans. Not the blogs. And definitely not Cardi B, because in the middle of the night, while everything seemed quiet, Tasha K dropped a bomb.
Also posted several weird videos of Offset, like this one, where he was caught on video hiding his phone when Cardi walked into the room.
Huh?
Oh, yeah, right there.
I'm moving. Yo.
Wanna ride the storm?
We can beam them as soon as they go up here, man.
I don't have like a mask.
Yeah. They're gonna be over there. Alright,
Yeah, I see him.
Alright, I see you, man. Love you too.
So explosive, it didn't just shake headlines, it shattered them. We're talking about alleged secret messages, hidden meets, and a relationship that wasn't supposed to exist. All tied directly to Offset. And the way it came out. Not subtle, not careful. It was loud, messy, and brutally specific. Tasha K didn't just hint at cheating, she painted a full-blown story of a secret affair that had been going on behind closed doors for months. She claimed there were late-night calls, private hotel visits, and a woman who allegedly knew way too much about Offset's personal life to be just a rumor. But then she said something that made everything feel even darker. This isn't new.
And that's to get my wife back, Cardi, you know.
This has been happening while the world thought everything was fine. That's when the tension snapped, because for years, fans have watched Cardi and Offset go through ups and downs, cheating scandals, public apologies, emotional reunions. But this feels different. This feels planned, hidden. Like
Between us for a long time, and it's nobody's fault. It's just like, I guess we grew out of love, but we're not together.
Like something that wasn't meant to ever come out. And just when people were still trying to process the accusations, things escalated instantly. Clips started surfacing. Alleged screenshots. A blurry audio recording that fans swear sounds like Offset's voice. Social media went into melt.
I only got one birthday wish, and that's to get my wife back, Cardi. You know what I'm saying? We're going through a lot of things right now, a lot of things in the media. I want to apologize to you, Cardi. You know I embarrassed you. I made you.
Meltdown mode. Twitter turned into a war zone. Fans picking sides, digging up old receipts, connecting dots that suddenly don't look like coincidences anymore. But the real shock came next, because Cardi didn't stay silent. She came back swinging, and not the way anyone expected. Instead of a clean denial, she went straight into defense mode, calling out lies, accusing people of trying to destroy her marriage, but at the same time saying just enough to make people question what's really going on behind the scenes. Her tone wasn't calm. It wasn't collected. It sounded personal. It sounded like someone who's heard these rumors before. And that's what has everyone on edge right now. Because if this was just another fake story, why does it feel so real? Why is Offset suddenly quiet? And why are insiders now whispering that this situation is way deeper than what's already been exposed? Something isn't adding up. And the scariest part? Tasha K is claiming she hasn't even revealed the worst of it yet. The moment those allegations hit, everything started moving at once, like dominoes falling in slow motion, each one louder than the last. Tasha K didn't just sit back after dropping that initial bomb. She leaned in hard. She went live again, voice steady, almost too confident, claiming she had layers to the story, layers that would make everything people thought they knew about Offset and Cardi B completely collapse. And then she started reading alleged messages, word for word. Why you still with her if you keep calling me? You know how this goes. You can't replace her, but you can't leave me either. The chat froze. Comments stopped. For a split second, it felt like the entire internet held its breath. Because if those messages were real, this wasn't just cheating. This was emotional double living. This was long-term deception dressed up as loyalty. But it didn't stop there. Within minutes, second set of leaks surfaced. This time, screenshots that Tasha K claimed came directly from the other woman. The contact name, hidden. The profile picture, cropped. But the timestamps, painfully clear. Late nights? Early mornings? Gaps that perfectly lined up with times. Offset was publicly away from Cardi. Fans started connecting dots like detectives under pressure. One clip resurfaced from months ago, Offset leaving a studio at 3 a.m. At the time, it meant nothing. Now, it meant everything. And just when people thought they were starting to understand the timeline, Tasha dropped something even heavier. An alleged voice memo. The audio was distorted, almost like it had been intentionally filtered, but the tone was unmistakable. A malevoice.com/low. Familiar? I told you. Keep it quiet. You know what's at stake? That sentence alone detonated across social media, because whether it was proven real or not didn't matter in that moment. It sounded real enough to convince millions. Twitter erupted again. Some fans defended Offset instantly, calling it AI manipulation, clout chasing. Others weren't so sure. Because this wasn't just one leak anymore, it was a pattern, and patterns are harder to ignore. Meanwhile, Cardi B wasn't silent anymore. But she wasn't exactly clarifying things either. She jumped into a live audio room, and from the very first second, you could hear it: frustration, anger, something deeper sitting just beneath the surface. Every time y'all think y'all got something, it's the same cycle, she snapped. Same lies, same people trying to break what I built. But then her voice shifted. And if something was going on, y'all wouldn't be the ones telling me. That line hit different, because it wasn't a denial, it was a warning, and the internet caught it. Immediately, clips of that moment spread faster than the original accusations. People slowed it down, replayed it, analyzed every word like it was a coded confession. Some fans insisted she was just speaking hypothetically. Others said she slipped just enough to confirm something wasn't right behind the scenes. Then came the twist nobody expected. Offset finally reacted, but not the way anyone thought he would. Instead of addressing the cheating rumors directly, he went on a cryptic posting spree. First, a black screen with white text: "Fake narratives don't shake real ones." Then, minutes later, another post: "I see who's playing both sides." Playing both sides. That phrase alone sent fans into another spiral. Because now the question wasn't just whether Offset cheated. It was who else was involved. Suddenly, theories exploded everywhere. Was the alleged woman leaking the messages? Was someone close to Cardi feeding information to Tasha K? Was this bigger than just a relationship scandal? And then the most chilling development yet. An anonymous account dropped a thread that started with one sentence: "I was there the night everything went left." No verification, no proof of identity. But the details, too specific to ignore. The thread described an alleged private argument between Cardi and Offset inside a gated home. Raised voices, a phone thrown, a name repeated over and over again. The same name Tasha K had hinted at earlier, but never fully revealed. According to the thread, Cardi confronted him directly. "Tell me the truth right now, because if I hear it from anyone else, we're done." And the response? Silence, not denial. Not anger, just silence. That detail spread like wildfire, because silence in moments like that says everything words don't at the same time. Old interviews resurfaced. Clips of Cardi talking about trust, about betrayal, about how many chances are too many. Lines that once felt like distant reflections suddenly felt like warnings she'd been giving all along. And then came the social media meltdown. Fans weren't just reacting anymore. They were choosing sides like it was war. Some accused Offset of repeating the same mistakes over and over again. Others accused Cardi of ignoring red flags for too long. And then there were those who believed the entire thing was being orchestrated. A perfectly timed explosion designed to dominate headlines. But right in the middle of all that noise, something strange happened. Cardi disappeared. No posts. No responses. No live sessions. Nothing. And that silence. It didn't feel like control. It felt like damage. Because behind the scenes, more receipts were being teased. Tasha K hinting that she had video footage, claiming there were witnesses ready to speak, promising that what she'd already released was just the surface. And then she said the one thing that froze everything again. Wait till y'all hear what he said about Cardi when she wasn't around. That line changed the energy instantly, because cheating is one thing, but betrayal behind someone's back, that's something else entirely. And if that recording is real, then this situation isn't just messy, it's irreversible. Because now, the story isn't just about an affair, it's about respect, loyalty, and what really happens when the cameras are off. And just as people were trying to process that, a new clip started circulating, one that allegedly shows Offset in a place he was never supposed to be, at a time that doesn't match any public timeline. The video is blurry, the face isn't fully clear, but the walk, the voice in the background, they're just clear enough to raise one terrifying possibility. What if everything Tasha K is saying is only half the truth, and the real story is even worse? The video didn't just circulate, it detonated. Within minutes, every major blog, fan page, and gossip account was reposting the same blurry clip, zooming in, slowing it down, enhancing the audio like they were trying to crack a code that could rewrite everything, and the caption attached to it. This is the night Cardi found out. Nobody could confirm it. Nobody could fully deny it either. Because the man in that video, the posture, the voice in the background, the way he turned slightly toward the camera, it all looked just close enough to Offset to send the internet into a complete night. And to a complete meltdown. But it wasn't just the clip, it was the TIMESTAMP. Because within minutes, fans dug up an old post from Cardi B from that exact same night. A selfie. Smiling, captioned like everything was fine. Same time, same night. Two completely different realities unfolding at once. That's when the narrative shifted from allegation to something much darker. Deception. Because if that timeline matched, then while Cardi was publicly playing the role of a happy wife, something else was happening behind closed doors, something she either didn't know about, or was trying desperately to keep hidden. And right on cue, Tasha K returned with what she called her final warning. Her voice was different this time, less performative, more deliberate. I tried to keep this respectful, she said, but since people think I'm lying, let's go deeper. That's when she dropped the most explosive claim yet. A private recording, not just a voice note, not just a vague clip, a full conversation. According to her, the recording allegedly captures Offset speaking freely, no filters. No awareness of being recorded, talking about his relationship, his frustrations, and most importantly, his choices. She didn't play the whole thing, just a piece, but that piece was enough to fracture everything. I ain't leaving, but I ain't stopping either. That sentence echoed across every platform within seconds. Because if real, it wasn't just confirmation of cheating, it was intention. It was a decision and the reaction. Immediate chaos. Fans who had defended Offset started going quiet. Others turned on him instantly. Some tried to question the authenticity, AI, editing, manipulation, but the damage was already done. Because even doubt couldn't erase how real it sounded. Meanwhile, Cardi stayed silent. Still no response. And that silence was getting louder by the second. Until suddenly, without warning, she came back, no announcement. No build-up. Just a live session that instantly pulled thousands of people in within seconds. Her face was calm, too calm. And that's what made it feel dangerous. I've been real quiet, just started. And y'all think that means I don't see what's going on. She paused, smiled, but it wasn't a happy smile. It was controlled, calculated. I don't speak on everything. Because not everything deserves my energy. At first, sounded like a dismissal. But then she leaned forward slightly and everything changed. But don't get it twisted. I know exactly what's real and what's fake. That line split the internet in half. Was she denying it? Was she confirming it? Or was she saying she already handled it? Privately. Before anyone could decide she dropped something nobody expected. I've walked away before. That sentence hit like a warning shot because suddenly, the past wasn't the past anymore. It was a pattern. Fans instantly started replaying her old divorce filings. Her past breakups with Offset, every moment she had publicly stepped away, and every time she had come back. But this time felt different, because this time, the exposure wasn't controlled, it wasn't a rumor. Buried in blogs, it was loud, public, relentless, and then came the moment that changed. Everything again, a new voice entered the story, unexpected, uninvited, and way too close to the situation. Anne, alleged friend of the mystery woman, went live. Shaky camera, nervous tone, but determined. "I'm tired of people acting like she's the villain," she said. "Y'all don't even know the half of it." And just like that, a whole new perspective exploded into the narrative. According to her, the relationship wasn't one-sided. It wasn't a random fling. It was ongoing, complicated. And known, that word alone sent shockwaves through the fan base. Because if true, then this wasn't just betrayal, it was acceptance. Or worse, tolerance. She went further. There were promises made, plans, conversations about what was next. Now the story wasn't just about cheating, it was about a future that may have never been meant to include Cardi. And before the live could even finish, it cut. Abruptly. No goodbye. No explanation. Gone. Which only made it feel more real, more dangerous. And then, the final twist, Offset posted again. No captions this time, just a single image, a black background, and 3 words, "Watch what's next." That was it. No clarification, no denial, just a threat. Or a promise. And within seconds, people started asking the only question that matters now. What does he know that we don't? Because at this point, it isn't just a scandal, it's a ticking clock. More leaks are being teased, more voices are stepping forward. And somewhere behind all of this noise, the truth is sitting there waiting to explode in a way nobody can control. Because if even half of this is real, then what comes next won't just break the internet. It might end everything. Don't even think about scrolling past this, because what you just saw is just the tip of the iceberg. This story is still exploding in real time. More leaks, more secrets, and more jaw-dropping revelations are dropping as we speak. And if you're not tuned in, you're already missing the drama that everyone's talking about. Every like, every comment, every share is your front row ticket to the chaos, the insider messages, the secret recordings, the emotional meltdowns. It's all happening, and it's happening fast. Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Do you believe Tasha K's leaks? Is Cardi covering up something bigger? Or is Offset playing a dangerous game that's about to backfire? Every opinion counts, because the internet is watching, analyzing, and debating every move these celebrities make. And your voice could start the next viral discussion. Hit that subscribe button immediately. Trust me, you do not want to miss the next explosive clip, the next private recording, or the next shocking confession that could flip this entire story upside down. Turn on notifications, because when the next revelation drops, it will break everything you thought you knew about Cardi B and Offset. And only the first people watching will see it before it goes viral. This isn't just celebrity gossip. This is a full-blown, real-time scandal that's rewriting history. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay locked in. Because the next bombshell, it's coming. And trust me, you do not want to be the last to know. Be the last to know.